Hi, this is Anne from Just Random English. Why should you start learning English? If you've already started it, why should you continue learning English? Let's talk about these today. We're getting to the end of the year 2021, and some of you might have started already thinking of their plans for the next year. Actually, I am one of them. I'm starting to think of the things that I have to continue doing next year and things that I think I have to stop doing. In this video, I'm gonna help you to decide to continue or start learning English. We all know that there are things that we feel like they're not for us. One of the reasons that I could not post English videos regularly on this YouTube channel previously was because of my tight schedule, and another reason was that I had doubt whether I have to continue doing this or not. If you also feel that in learning English, I am here to guarantee that English is really for you and English is for everybody. If you have started learning English already and you are trying to think whether you should continue learning English or not, maybe one of the reasons is because you don't see that much improvement or no improvement at all, at least for you. I suggest that you have to keep a voice recording of yourself speaking in English or maybe reading. Keep that file on after a year, go back and listen to that, and you'll definitely see an improvement as long as you don't stop learning English. Learning a language is a really long process, but today I'm gonna offer you reasons that might motivate you to start or to continue learning English. Reason number one, if you're an adult or if you're a student, a college student, or maybe a high school student, and you're starting to think of your future career, learning English is very helpful. And when I say very helpful, I really mean it. I've experienced that myself. Actually, when I was studying, I had this confidence that I was good at English. I was good at speaking English because I even sometimes hear people saying that I speak differently and I don't have that much strong Filipino accent whenever I speak, which is good because that means I can apply it to international companies. But there was a time when I stopped teaching, and when I did, I tried seeking for other jobs. I started applying for certain job positions. I applied as a call center agent, and sad to say, I had this accent. And that hurt my pride actually, because I graduated from college back then and I had already teaching experience. But when I applied as a call center agent, I got rejected, I think 2 times, because they told me that I had this regional accent because I did not come from Manila. That's the time that I actually started being aware of my accent, and I started recording my voice, trying to hear what they were saying. I was lucky enough to be accepted by one BPO company, and I worked there for a couple of months. I started thinking of going back to teaching, but at that time, I could not really see myself in a classroom, a regular setup. So I tried applying as an ESL teacher. That's another big industry in the Philippines. I tried applying as an ESL teacher online, and I've foreseen that already, that I would be rejected by a few companies, but still that hurt my pride. So I tried practicing and improving myself, my accent, how I speak. I also reviewed some grammar lessons. I also submitted an application for a teaching job position abroad. So I got accepted there. Yay, right? Finally, I landed in a teaching job position abroad. When I got there, I met a lot of Filipinos. They're coming from different fields. Some of them were engineers, some of them were musicians, performers, cooks. Of course, I've met a lot of Filipino teachers, and I did see the importance of learning English. Even in my first 2 years of teaching experience, and those were in the Philippines, I was given tasks which were only given for teachers who are good at English, such as hosting, at work. When you're given a specific tasks or special tasks, that means they trust you. When you're proficient in English or you're good at English, you have wider selection of jobs. It doesn't matter what your course is. For example, you might be a graduate of a different course, but if you're really good at English, you can teach. You also have bigger chance of getting promoted at work, even though you're working locally, just in your country. For example, in the Philippines, if you want to work abroad, having good command of English is also very helpful. There are certain countries where English test is mandatory. Second reason is that you can enjoy more variety of content, especially when you're into series, movies, music. And by saying this, I don't just mean those which are American or English, but yeah, they're definitely included. Most popular music, movies, novels, short stories, or literary texts are in English, even though you're not into American or English content. For example, I am in ARMY, so you might have heard of ARMY already. I got their, BTS albums. So I'm a fan of them. You all know that they're Koreans, right? I don't speak Korean. Well, I can understand a bit of Korean and I can speak very little Korean, but not to a point where I can understand everything. When watching their videos, interviews, variety shows, their behind the scenes, English comes very handy. Why? Because the subtitle or the caption is in English. Well, sometimes there are choices. They offer subtitles in Japanese, Chinese, Spanish. But since I'm a Filipino, I don't speak any of them. So I just choose English. I am just beyond grateful that I can understand English. I think that goes with other content. Into Thai movies, right? We need those English captions or those English subtitles. For me who loves literature, I really like it when there are English translations of some masterpieces. Number 3, for those people who love traveling, exploring places, great places all over the world, English comes very handy too, and we can't deny that fact. Even though you don't go to English-speaking countries, still, you can use English to communicate with people or to understand the menu, the law in that country, the things that you have to avoid. We're in the 21st century now, and I know there are some translation apps. For example, Papago. When I was abroad, I used that a lot because in the place where I went to, there were not much people who could speak English. So for times when locals could not really understand us, we resorted to using that translation app. But it's definitely more comfortable and you would feel at ease if you know that you can speak and you can always talk with people, knowing that you can speak English and assuming that they also know how to speak English, right? Or at least they can understand. You won't get that much scared on losing your way because you know that you can always ask people. Even in airports, signages or on the streets are in English. So my point here is that yes, you can still travel without being really good at speaking English, but you'll gain more confidence and you'll feel more comfortable when you travel knowing that you can speak good English. The next one is you have access to more information. What I mean to say is that, for example, in the Philippines, when I try to search for something using Filipino, I don't get that much results. Especially when you're studying in a certain field, you can always search for English articles, research, papers published online, even books that you buy online or in physical stores. For example, you're exploring a branch of science. Those books are written in English. I see this as one of the causes why some students are left behind, because we have a different setup now in schools, in universities, colleges. Some students are really studying by themselves. The crucial part in that is if they don't speak English or if they don't understand that much English, they will not understand their lessons just by themselves. I always have to search for something. For example, recently I had to look up for a certain medicine, so I tried searching for its treatment, what are its effects, what do we use it for. I searched in English and found many articles about that specific medicine, so I was able to know everything that I needed to know. I also found out more information, for example, other medicines that should not be taken with that medicine. The last reason is that if you're an extrovert and you just love talking with people, going out there and being socially associated with them, English comes very handy. Wherever you go, you would not fear talking with people because you can speak English. You can talk with people from different countries, having different cultures, and there are actually a lot of benefits from talking with people from other nations. We become more informed of their culture. We can try new food or try listening to music introduced by them. And talking with people from different countries, it's a very refreshing experience for me. Whenever I talk with foreigners, I really feel that the world is big. So yeah, I can see that there are more people out there who speak different language, who come from different culture and have different practices than me. And I feel like I am not enclosed in a certain area where I can only speak Tagalog or Filipino. So yeah, if you want to get acquainted with more people, you have to continue learning English, or you have to start learning English. And that's the end of our video for today. I hope you liked it. I hope I was able to convince you to start learning English or to continue learning English if you've already started. Again, if you feel like you are not improving, or if you feel like it's not for you, time and effort that you're putting to learning English just go to nowhere. Learning English is just a waste of time and effort. Please don't, because it opens a lot of doors for you. So yeah, keep going. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, recommend this or suggest this with your friends who are also interested in learning English. Leave some comments there so the algorithm of YouTube knows that this video is helping people. If you have suggestions, topics that you want to learn, or think that you want me to talk about, please leave them in the comments as well. A new year is coming, and I hope that 2022 is a good year for all of us. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't forget to dream and make your dream happen. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!